Like, mine is going to, I hinted at it earlier, and we all actually touched on it a little bit. By the way, that Heretics series now lives rent-free in my mind against Karmine Corp, because I'm with you guys. That just shows you that Heretics doesn't have super experienced, like, top-level players. Bro, anyone else in that position who's at a top 5 or 6 team would 100% close that game 3. Like, that series was over. Like, it's why it's sad, because Karmine Corp gets to, like, on paper win the series and look like, who cares, a win's a win. No, the way you were losing that game was really disturbing. Because here's what I don't get. I made this point on some of the insight. I actually think there's a really big trap for Karmine Corp right now, which is, at the current level of LEC, their team fighting is so sick they can get out of trouble. They can do like the double lift of like, you're in a bad spot, but your mechanics you out of it. But you shouldn't even be in that position. And I'll tell you right now, if you get in that position at MSI, you are going to get cooked by the fucking Asian teams. Like, any LCK or LPL team will fucking murder you if you give them a lead like that. Like, they're not gonna gift it back like Heretics did, or like teams like BDS just give you like the win out of nowhere when they've got great goal. I think that's gonna happen. So what I'm worried about, this is why I picked it as my bad one. It's just, I think that is a really killer flaw to have. Like, thinking like, we can get out of trouble, or we can be behind the game. Like, that's so rarely ever true that really works as like a super strength, Like, the best teams tend to be the ones that just are leading at minute 10, or have the goal lead at 15, or they aren't behind on 2 objectives. If you let the advantages stack up against you like this, like, put it this way, this is the thing that all makes me worried whether KC will win this split or not. Because on paper, like, their strengths are awesome, but they have some real fucking flaws as well. So I'm going to say KC's flaws is my bad point. What do you think, Gilius?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think expectations are very high for KC. They are the defending champions. They shouldn't be struggling with Heretics. They shouldn't be falling so far behind in laning phase. They literally finished the last international in the finals. Like, everyone has high expectations from them.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue right now I see in that team is Targamas. That guy is not having the greatest games. Like, he's dying a lot, doing a lot of laning phase mistakes. When he has that smirk in his cam, like when he starts smiling when he's inting, I already know like this is gonna be a hell day for KC. He like starts smiling and just keeps running it down. There was also a snip.
To me, that's worse than being toxic, bro. Just actually like seeming like you're a troll. That triggers me more than being toxic,
And there was one snip of mic check that I saw from Targamas, which really triggered me.
Go on.
So KC won game 1, and now they are showing the mic check of game 2. The coaches leave the stage, and then Targamas says, "Oh, guys, we cannot win this game. Our draft is too garbage."
Before it's even begun.
Oh, yeah. The coaches are all gone, and Targamas says this. He's the leader of the team.
That's wild.
The game is about to start, and he says to his team, "Oh, we're cooked, guys. The draft is fucking dog shit." And then you know what happened? They got absolutely fucking stomped, and they lost 2-1 to Fnatic. They got reverse swept by Fnatic. You guys remember?
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, like if my support told me that
that's wild
before the game began, it's like, it's very pessimistic. It's like, are we even trying to win? And then everything went into Fnatic's momentum, right? So I think Targamas maybe needs to get his shit together. And other than that, Yike has been awesome. I think Vladi and Kana look decent. Kalist and Targamas, I think right now need to step it up.
Yep. I think we're going to learn a lot about KC this week because, frankly, like they're going to make playoffs, right? Like we all know they're going to make playoffs. But players, if you want to win, you have to have some amount of pride and self-respect, right? Like, and sure, we talk about game 3. They should have lost game 3. Like, make no mistake, they out-team fought their way in game 3, and Heretics didn't play side lanes as well as they could have. But game 1. They almost got perfect game 1. I think it was like 22 kills to 3. Like they were losing for 38 minutes. Yeah. And the thing is, if you have pride as a pro player, you are like finalists of first stand, champions of Europe, and you're getting fucked by the Heretics. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, as a pro player, like what you need to, they play GX next week. And if they don't win that series 2-0 in like less than 60-minute game played over 2 games, like I begin to question this team. I can understand worlds where complacency creeps in, but if you have like a series like this and you don't bounce back, knowing that you should have lost the Heretics, like and make GX regret that they even showed up at the studio next week, then I'm worried. I'm not worried yet, but like next week, I'm potentially worried.
It could have also been like a mentality error. Like sometimes when you're a top team and you face against a team like Heretics, you think it's such a free win. There's maybe less time to put into preparation, more into like improving how you play as a team. So maybe that's what happened. That could be an excuse angle. Maybe next week they pop off again. But yeah, this is not good enough right now, for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, the GX are the same sort of tier as Heretics, right? So if they, we'll know a lot next week. We'll know a lot next week.
Okay, last section then.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.